Alright, and that means that we are live.
Woohoo!
So,
Yay!
what's up, everybody?
What's up?
What up?
How's everybody's Thursday going?
Yo.
It's a Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes, Thursday.
That's a day of the week.
So, alright, cool. Well, I guess we're going to play a game. Or not.
Oh, that's what this is?
Yeah. No, this is a support group for people with grand delusions.
Oh, we got
Same
plenty
thing.
of those.
Cool. All right. So what were we doing last time? Who knows? Anyone?
We all became gods.
Oh, cool.
We were gonna go underground and get a goblin eye in my bag.
Yes.
We were gonna blow up a village while Melody steals all the stuff.
Oh, I do.
And I was going to use a never-ending chamber pot.
Yep. You did not buy that. You had the option to, and you didn't. So.
We don't want that on our card.
Yep. Amanda, do you recall the name of the guy who wants the eye?
Let me check my. I don't think you. Not that I know of. You didn't tell me. You told me who to. You told me who to go to get the bag and the eye.
See, I want to say it was Westbrook.
Westbrook is the dude that I'm supposed to meet in the Coliseum.
Okay. Was his name Carter then?
Yes.
Sure.
Yep, maybe. I know that Hugo was the other person.
Or Thompson.
It is now.
Or Thompson. I don't know. I forget.
Whatever you want.
Hugo's great. Yeah, well, so sometimes, because some people don't have names till they arrive on screen. And so I have a list of names, and I start highlighting names in red when I start using them. And typically I go through afterwards and assign...
Because I've heard Carter and Thompson, but I don't remember who those people were.
Those are definitely people in the world. I just,
Yeah.
I was trying to remember who's who. Because the sailors were O'Connor and Randall. I managed to name them while all this was going on. And Hugo is your little escort dude. And then Derek is the name of, I guess, the high priest at the Order of Lou. And then I've got this.
Oh, you have one too. Yours comes in travel size.
Yeah.
Mine's banished to the upstairs, and he can stay there.
Yeah. Well, there's another one around here somewhere.
You just pick them up at random, just like.
Yeah, well,
the offering.
He's like right here.
Mine was last seen around the Chinese restaurant.
He's yeah.
Wow.
He's being a creeper.
This one just crawls up my lap and just won't leave me alone because he's needy.
All right, so things that happened in the last game, because it's been a hot minute, I think. You guys had escorted Darren to the church where he met his lady love, and then Gundry confirmed
Has a crush on Gray.
Maybe. He confirmed with you guys he wanted to meet with you later to discuss a plan. Then you guys some of you anyways, joined into a bar fight at the little bar there, where you met with and had drinks with O'Connor and Randall. Mist learned that the best place to get sort of the items he's looking for is at the Coliseum. During one of the events, there's some catacombs underneath. The black market opens up into Melody. Also, while at the Merchants Guild, finds sort of this similar information out. Gray and Wilder and Fiamma, had some fun with the more lascivious side of the town. Then you guys all sort of met back at the Krusty Krab Inn, where it was revealed that Darren was the third-born prince of the Dwarven king, and had been sent as a child to Ugrin to live, and was raised by the Duke of Ugrin. Meanwhile, he fell in love with the daughter of the Duke of Macrityr, who had been betrothed to the firstborn prince and future king of the Dwarven Kingdom. and so they have commissioned you for 500 gold to and reputation within Ugrin to kidnap the princess so that she and Darren, the Princess Imogen, so that she and Darren can live out their days happily in sort of seclusion. And you're supposed to devise a plan. You had discussed using the trick with the connected plants and the orbs as your means of escape. And you've got a handful of days to do it. We're going to open up on... well, I'll give you the option. We last left off at the end of the night on Monday, April the 4th. And the thing... Where'd the timeline go? It's somewhere. So the event is happening April the 9th on the Friday. So you've got all of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. What are you doing during those times?
I would assume or a couple of us are putting the plans into motion.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know Mist and I have to do it at least because we've each got one of the orbs that does it.
Yeah, and Melody's got.
And I have the seeds.
Yeah.
So, the night of which day do you plan on doing this?
Which day's the least busy from now till then?
Well, you don't know. You've got Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. Thursday night feels like it's getting pretty close, but that's up to you.
Well, time's kind of irrelevant to doing it since we speed it up with the orb anyways.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously you can if you wanted to try and accomplish any tasks within town prior to that or after that. Also, if you did it sooner, let's say you did it Tuesday night, you would have the option to actually return to the guild area, because you can travel back and forth freely.
Yeah. Well, we need to get something to cover her up with. Can't have people knowing that she's a princess. We all need to plant that tree at some point, so maybe Wednesday we plant the tree?
Okay.
Sure.
Because as long as we get there with the orbs, we can make it happen.
Yep. Alright. And is there any exploration in the town you want to do during Tuesday before that happens?
Yeah. I want to explore around the area, around the Coliseum, to see what the safest way to be would be.
That's a good idea.
Alright.
Want me to roll on that?
So we're coming up to the Coliseum. Are you going as a group, or is this, how's that happening?
We should probably go as a group just so that we can all kind of have an idea.
I mean, Gundry's going to go with you.
I feel like it'd be smarter if only one or two people went. Because a big group running around together like, oh no, maybe this way. A little concerning.
Yeah. So, who's going there? Fiamma or just Fiamma?
I don't mind if someone else comes to watch my back or something.
Well, I guess the question is, do the rest of you trust Fiamma to go on her own? Because Fiamma's kind of nonchalant about things.
and a little bit belligerent.
A lot of it.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. So, Melody, Fiamma, you come up to the Coliseum. You go in the morning, evening, night. What are you trying to accomplish here?
Fiamma's not gonna give a shit if we're just looking around, so I don't mind going in the morning.
Yeah, like, we don't want it to look super suspicious, and if we're going, like, at night, just like, hey, guys. We can pretend like we're just, like, shopping or exploring or whatever.
Okay. Just two girls out
Girls'
in town.
night!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool, yeah, so, are you looking for anything specific?
I'm just looking for a generally safe route.
Yeah, like layout of the
tree.
Coliseum.
Okay. Well, you can't get into the Coliseum itself. It'll be closed, but you can look at the outside.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
Unless you intend to break in.
Not yet. We'll see. We'll see what we see on the outside.
For you on Thursday.
Right,
yeah,
so
just
roll
like the outside.
Roll some discern realities then.
Okay, I guess I need to do that too.
12.
Damn.
All right. Yeah.
Wisdom's my forte because I have to use it for a lot of my stuff.
Where's my thing? Okay. Sorry, I have a cat controlling part of the dice. 11. There we go.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you
Damn.
really well.
We see things.
You see everything.
Not cool, dude.
Okay. Make sure my wife isn't dying. So crashing noises. She's alive. So all right, yeah. So you notice that there's the main entrance that you can see here to the Coliseum. There doesn't seem to be any other entrances or exits. It's just the one main gate. There is the towers, and they have some windows at the top, but that's about it. There are, so you can see it going around the top layer of the wall. I don't know how well you can see through these archways, and those are, you can see through them. So it's like an opened, covered archway that circles the entire place. So from the outside, there's not a lot you can tell other than what you can see. It seems like the widest part of the street's going to be right here to the side, and it's a pretty clear path from there, you know, sort of out right towards the water is, and in this general area over here. So if you're looking for ease of use as far as spacing, there's that. If you're looking for closer quarters, things that are more back alley, you can come back behind the casino, and it's a lot tighter coming back through there and coming to this area like this, and then through this little market. If your goal is to get over to this area, that's what you kind of discussed before.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, do you want a nice clear way, or do you want something more concealed? And so those are your options there. The area around the casino just seems to always be busy. So there's that. Is there anything? I mean, if you had a way to jump off the building and land safely, you know, you could jump out of, you know, these archways are big enough where you could jump out of them.
Unless we can make a cat bag parachute.
Yeah. So, and it depends on, like, if you're concerned about drawing attention or not, because you know,
Flying people will draw attention.
it will. Right?
Are there any good clothing shops around here?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a trade town, so there definitely are lots of clothing shops.
Are you thinking
need
what
to
I'm
go to
thinking,
one of those.
Fiamma, where we basically have a switcheroo where we have someone dressed like the princess and then switch
Well, I
their
was just
clothes?
looking for a thick, heavy cloak to drape over. We could easily walk out the front entrance so long as she keeps her face covered.
I'm wondering if there's somebody they could trust that we actually have as a decoy. Well, that'll buy us some time.
So you've not seen the princess, but I can tell you that maybe Gundry has relayed to you that as dwarven princesses go, she's quite the beauty, which is probably why she's betrothed to the king, or the would-be king. So she's pretty recognizable. People would recognize her pretty easily. Man, if only you guys had an invisible spell, huh? Yeah. But
I don't think we do.
or a polymorph or any of those kinds of things. None of you do know.
I was about to say,
Cloak and
we don't
mask.
have it.
You might
Huh?
know somebody that does.
Cloak and a mask is good as any polymorph.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
Because anybody that knows the princess's measurements is just a fucking creep.
So, oh, there might be creeps out there, but so yeah, I mean, so you want to go to a clothing shop and buy something, I guess then.
Sure.
Yeah.
Darren might know her measurements.
Probably does. But I mean, cloaks are pretty. I mean, you can buy a cloak.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I'm also looking for a form of mask.
All right. So let's see. If you're looking just in the local area, you could find a clothier. Let's pick a place. So right here beside the casino, there's probably a clothier of like fine wares and things. I mean, people making money in the casino. There's probably a lot of businesses right here looking to capitalize on that. You got a clothier here. If you're looking for a mask, which is more of a sort of costumed item, you're probably going to find that more back towards this area.
Well, we've got time since it's only like Tuesday.
Yeah.
How much am I looking at?
So yeah, I mean, you can go to both places. Are you looking for any particular type of mask, or just any mask?
Full face.
Full face. All right. So at the at the clothier, they have all kinds of cloaks, because riding cloaks and stuff are pretty common. They're down in all colors and any number of material makes. Are you looking for anything specific?
Floor length.
Floor length, color, material.
Doesn't matter. Something not flashy though.
Yeah, I was about to say something discreet.
Okay. So yeah, I mean they have one that's sort of just your standard black riding cloak. It's made out of a nice wool. Floor length. That'll, cost you 100 silver.
Got it.
Yep. So get you one of those. Now at the mask shop, so we'll come up here and say you find a nice sort of like costumed shop. We'll say it's at one of these. You find it at these stalls that are back here. Not an actual storefront, but in the outdoor market.
Yeah.
And you've got one that sells sort of like the Mardi Gras masks with the beaks and stuff. You find some that are selling sort of your like happy and sad face masks like a jester would wear. You've got some that've got the sort of like dragon type masks. So that kind of stuff.
We could ask what's the most common one that's sold during like Coliseum events. Like, we're tourists and we kind of want to, do the touristy thing at the Coliseum.
Can I retcon a little bit and get a second one of those cloaks?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay. So he says, it's like, all masks are popular. I highly recommend. So let's see. The person you're talking to is a human, and he says, I highly recommend the dragon mask.
How much would that be?
He says, "Oh, dragon masks. They're a little more because they're so ornate, of course."
They're ornate.
He says, "Those will be 350 silver."
I'll take 2.
Okay.
Do we want to pick something simpler for her?
No.
Do you really want an ornate mask?
I mean,
2 exactly matching. Okay, so this is on a player level. 2 exactly matching. I do plan on having Fiamma dress up exactly the same.
Melody, why don't you roll Discern Realities real quick, actually?
Okay, yeah. All right, 9.
Cool. So you get the feeling that this guy might be trying to like upsell you, and that maybe the dragon mask isn't necessarily the most common mask. That he's just trying to sell you the most expensive thing that he has.
Okay, all right. That's not good. Can I very discreetly tell Fiamma like that's not a very common mask?
Well, you have to ask him. You need to conversate with him about this if you feel that way.
Basically tell him. I wasn't. Even though we really like that one, I didn't really see a lot of people wearing it.
He says, "Oh, have you been here during one of the Coliseum matches?"
No, but I've heard about them.
He says, "Oh, I assure you that this is certainly the one that you want. Say, you'll be the finest belle of the ball. Everyone will compliment you on how extraordinary you look with this mask."
Fiamma's gonna say, "Well, what if I want to be a basic bitch?"
Yes.
He says, "Oh, but such fine ladies as yourself, why wouldn't you want to show off all that you have to offer?"
Coliseum creeps. Any more questions?
Not trying to get touched.
He says,
Yeah.
he says, "You know what? I'll cut you a deal on the dragon masks. Normally they're 350. I'll sell you 2 for 500.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Whatever.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, what else are we gonna do? He's
Yeah.
obviously.
One more time.
It's a
I
different
need
one.
the exchange rate for silver to gold.
It's
Or gold to silver.
1,000 silver is 1 gold.
At least that cut us a better deal, but like I wish he'd like
Yeah,
we
you
probably
could-
would have bought the dragon mask and the other
You
mask.
could have just straight up told him no.
He was being unhelpful, and I don't have time to kill.
You're just letting him be a pushy salesman. I lost Amanda. Did you guys also lose Amanda?
Yes.
I can still see Amanda, but everyone else
I
has
cannot.
lost Amanda.
I'll refresh.
And Mike just refreshed.
I still don't see Amanda.
And so did James,
Amanda,
Joel.
Amanda might need to refresh.
I do not.
Amanda probably should be the one
There
to
we go,
refresh.
okay.
For some reason, everyone else is just following your lead.
All right, cool. She's back. All right, so yeah,
Cool.
you buy the dragon masks. You got them. They're red with like gold trim on them. Very nice.
Yeah. Really.
Made of a solid wood.
There we go.
Now you're just next split screen. Okay, now I got you back.
All right.
All right. So while you guys are doing that, what about the rest of you? Are the rest of you doing stuff on your Tuesday?
I'm not. I'm just enjoying the town.
Okay. Now you still got that medallion too that you stole.
I sure do.
Yep. And Gray, are you doing something around town?
And I recovered it, sir. It's
Nah.
not stolen. I
Oh,
recovered it.
And Wildheart, does Wildheart have any plans?
Yes. I'm going to pray to my gods and ask for forgiveness for what I did last night.
Cool.
Why does it itch?
Oh, it
Oh,
itches everywhere.
roll on charisma.
My worst stat.
and you've died from dysentery.
Your god said no.
Oh.
Your god.
He has legitly died from dysentery.
Your
Dude.
god said no,
No,
salvation.
Mike's trying to give somebody a disease.
No,
Not given. He's got it.
you don't
He's
have a
dead.
disease, but you
That's
definitely
cancer.
have a staph infection. All right.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. You might want to seek out a medicine man of some sort.
In other words, he's saying you probably should take your time into town to get that fixed.
I have no money.
Well, you should ask your friend Gray for some money. Well, wait a minute. Then you guys got money up front from this
Yeah.
quest.
Oh
We
yeah,
got a ton of money up front.
Yeah, so I think was it 100 up front or 200 up front? I forget.
I'm not around, but I do have arcane art. Although I'm not sure. I don't know exactly how that spell works. I'm not sure I want to go near that one.
So you have at the very least 20 gold, right? Which is a decent amount of money.
All right, I go look for a doctor.
Yeah, roll discern realities.
Doc says it's incurable.
Yeah, for a one, it is.
He's like, you make God very angry.
It's on your wisdom.
Roll it. Wisdom.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, you start looking. I mean, you were down here, sort of the Krusty Krab, right?
Yeah.
Right here. But so you sort of wander back over to this area because it was the most populated area you were at last. So the first sign you come on to is sort of this dingy building, and it says enchanting, and then underneath it has looks like a newly added board that says and medical service.
Is this a kobold?
But as you walk by, you see what looks like a foul-smelling sort of fluid being tossed out the window onto the street, and it just nearly misses you. And a kobold pops his head out the window and says,
Yes.
"says that, oh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Did I hit you?"
Almost.
He says, "Oh, my apologies. You see, I recently have opened up a shop for the healing of magics as well as the enchanting. I am great enchanter, you see, and I do the medical healings as well."
He's gonna try to cure it with a glowing
But
hairbrush.
like, you definitely,
he
know,
is.
you definitely know it's dodgy, and you probably move on. And he says, "If you ever need anything, I'll be here. You come see me." As you walk along, you go further back in town. You do find like another medical shop. It says physician and RX for prescriptions. So you go in, and there is sort of an older elven gentleman, and he's sort of at the counter there. When you walk in, he says, "Hello there. What can I do for you?"
I seem to have contracted something.
He says, "Oh, have you now? Were you in a back alley?"
More like a back alley was in me.
He says, "Oh, yes, well, we see that quite often around here." He says, "Come to the back, and I shall fix you up."
Isn't that how this happened in the first place?
He's got it going on. He takes you back to an examination room. And he says, "Are you affected where I believe you are infected?"
Yes.
He says, "Well then, you'll have to lose your pants."
Alright, I dropped my pants.
Yeah. And he says, so then he pulls out, it looks like a tuning fork. It's like a wooden tuning fork, and it has like a,
Oh no.
a gem on the bottom end of it. And he takes it and he sort of like strikes it on the side of the wall, and it starts resonating. And he holds it up and he says, "My, oh my." He says, "Have you been with any centaurs lately?"
We turned into Zulu all of a sudden.
Yes.
He says, "Oh, yes. Oh, that Terry. He's so good,
Oh my god.
but he's also just so bad. You see, centaur physiology, it just doesn't mix well with other races. Can cause some nasty infections, you see. He says, but that's okay. We will fix you right up. I will get you an antibiotic that'll take care of it." And then so he says, "You can pull up your pants now." And then he walks over to a wall of like cabinets and drawers, and he opens one up, and he pulls out a bottle, and he just looks at it for a second, and he shakes it, and he says, "Yes, this will do the trick." And he says, "Take this every day for the next 2 weeks, and you should be cleared up by then. I do forewarn you, it can have some side effects. Would you like to know those?"
I'd rather not.
This is
Oh, you
fantastic.
Sausage.
He hands you the bottle
He
and
tries to
says,
upsell you till
"That'll-
she's losing your
And
blood.
you're fucked.
"That'll be 25 silver, sir."
Alright.
Give him the coin, he takes it, and he says, "All right, in the future, I suggest you be careful where you find yourself."
Yes.
He says, "And tell your friends. I'm sure they might be in need of my services too, if you have any." And he sends you on your way. Alright, cool. Alright, so, cutting back then to Fiamma and Melody. Gray, you said you didn't have anything? Nope, cool. Alright, so Fiamma and Melody, what are you guys up to?
Oh, got cloaks, got mask. We don't have milk yet, but
Do you need milk?
Well, we
Yeah.
had milk. We
I
had
mean,
milk.
we got
a few
clothes, got
episodes
masks, we
ago.
got milk.
Huh?
The got milk ads.
Yeah.
We had milk a few episodes ago, but it was spoiled, and the cat got angry.
Well, yeah.
I had to do some weird things for the milk.
Yeah, you did. All right. Then, and Mist, you're still good, or?
I'm just drinking and
Cool.
enjoying the city.
Then we will resolve the passage of Tuesday. Are you planning the tree on Tuesday night, or are you still waiting?
Are we what now?
Are we waiting, or are we planning the tree Tuesday?
Planting the tree on Wednesday night.
Okay.
Because we were just walking around. It'd also be confusing to see us walk up to plant a tree.
So Tuesday night is happening, and basically you're back at the inn with Gundry and Darren, and Gundry's starting to express some concern. He thinks that maybe that they should work on a plan just to go ahead and have Darren out of the city now, because they don't want Darren connected with the kidnapping should it go poorly.
Well, Fiamma's definitely going to tell him to stop being a pussy.
I mean, Darren doesn't have to be here,
He doesn't.
but he's still pussy.
Exactly.
So
Got it.
he says, Gunry says, look, I'm just concerned that the more people we have trying to make an escape at once, the more of a commotion we're going to cause, the more attention we're going to draw to ourselves. You know, he says, I don't know if anyone would want to escort Gundry back, or if we want to hide him somewhere during all of this.
Or, I don't know, he could chill out by the tree.
Gundry, sorry.
This is all right. I'm still concerned about this tree business. It's a lot of faith I'm placing in you. He says, do you have a plan for once you're inside the Coliseum? We're still trying to acquire the princess's exact schedule. Hopefully we'll have that by tomorrow.
I'm going to ask if Miss would mind breaking in and getting a layout of the place.
I'd give it a try.
Because that would help us out a lot.
Right. Gundry says, "Oh, that would be excellent, but it's quite the fortified place. Do you feel confident you could sneak in?"
Ooh. Damn. It's fucked up.
This guy doesn't know you. This guy doesn't know you guys from Adam. He's been
As far as stealth goes, like, Mist is probably the most capable out of our group. And,
So
Great
he's been around
spits
a
out.
while.
He also said, "Yo, mama, wouldn't she?" I mean, I don't know.
Stick on my back goes, oh, fuck, he's calling him out.
I start crying. I didn't know my mom.
So I would give you guys a perspective, like a player perspective from like Gundry's
know.
point of view, right? So for
I can still hear you
Gundry,
guys. I'll be right back.
Gundry's like a wall guard in Ugrin, right? Now he's pretty good at his job.
Precisely.
You know,
Continue on listening.
like information gathering is not his thing. He just does what he's told, and so he's been told basically that you guys are some like crazy adventurers with some like good powers. But he's just been told that. He's not really like had that experience. I mean, you guys had like a 5-day ride or whatever to here, but it was quiet. Nothing really happened, and so he's not seen you really in action. He doesn't know what you're capable of, and you guys have been giving him crap the whole time. So that also is just because he's just a dude
You started it.
He's just a dude doing his job, and he's been saddled
Yeah.
with these
fuck it.
yahoos. This ragtag bunch of yahoos, and so
He's a Yahoo.
he's used to that very like regimented military experience, and then there's these people that are just like drinking and effing and blinding everywhere, and it's
Well, he
very
doesn't
unruly
drink.
to him. So yeah, for
That much.
Gundry, this is like it's like it's even like mildly painful experience. He doesn't necessarily want to be doing any of this, but he's doing it because it's his job. So, anyways, just giving you a player perspective from where Gundry's coming from. So
You
but
love
yeah,
Gundry too much.
I'm gonna look Gundry in the eye and be like, talk don't mean shit, only results.
he says, "I agree."
Yeah. Now we're on the same page.
Right.
He says, "Right, well, I guess all I can do is trust you at this point." So he says, well, tomorrow night we reconvene. I should have a more specific, detailed time frame for where the princess is going to be at what times. and so we'll discuss that tomorrow then. And then
Alright.
he like retires to bed or whatever. So, all right. So if anyone has anything else to do on Tuesday night, we will wake up on Wednesday morning then. So it's Wednesday, April the 7th. Who's doing what?
I wonder if there's a place where you can buy a map of the Coliseum.
Maybe.
Should
I would,
discern realities?
I mean, you guys probably met some people, you know, that have been inside the Coliseum too. Just a thought.
I would like to
Oh,
use.
you
I
go?
should probably ask that. Well, I don't know about this because I did. Never mind. Because I don't know of that person in character.
Can I talk to Hugo about it?
You could,
But
yeah.
like not tell him what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, obviously.
Well, Hugo also already knows you're going into the Coliseum for the catacombs and stuff, for that eye and.
Oh, so it would totally make sense if I ask him like the layout of the Coliseum.
Yeah. Now, Miss, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was going to use my advanced move connections
Yeah, you could.
and just put the word out to the criminal underbelly to see if I can get what I need. I'd like to put the word out looking for a detailed blueprints of the Coliseum.
Okay.
And that is a roll on charisma.
Okay.
+2. Nope, that didn't happen.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you're for
That's
some reason you're having a hard time finding other criminals in this town. Like, you know they're here, you can see evidence that they exist, but like finding them seems to be difficult. As
Okay.
a
Should I try to coax it out of Hugo?
you can, yeah.
Go for it, yeah.
All right.
So you find Hugo. I guess he's giving you some sort of contact information. Hugo, he lives in town. He's a merchant. But he lives actually over here in sort of like this area. So he just lives like in an apartment, sort of maybe up in here. So yeah, you go and you knock on his apartment door, and you hear some scrambling, and you're just a minute, one second. And then the door opens, it just sort of like cracks open, and he's like, "Who is it?"
Hi.
It's
Melody.
Melody. Yes. He kind of opens the door, and kind of slips out and closes it behind him. And he says,
There's a fairy bone lab in there, but whatever.
he says, what can I do for you?
Actually, I've never been to the Coliseum before, and I know that you were talking about, me, procuring my items. I was kind of wondering if you've been. I mean, obviously you live here. You've been to the Coliseum before. If you could kind of tell me a little bit more about it, like the layout and maybe the entrance to the catacombs and that.
He's like, oh yes, it's quite the grand building. He says, it's probably one of the oldest buildings in the kingdom. He says it's got a lot of alleyways and side bars and stuff inside it, and then the catacombs, you access that if you head towards the back where they now have concessions. There's a man back there that stands in front of a red door, and when you talk to him, you basically tell him the password for that day, and that you find out the morning of. If you have the right connections, I could probably tell you.
Okay.
He says, but you give the password, and he'll let you through that red door, and that red door leads down to the catacombs where all of the deals happen. He says, and they happen all day long. It starts sun up to sundown.
All right, I'll definitely come back to you for that.
He says, great. Do you ask anything else about the Coliseum?
When he was just talking about how like old and cool it was, I was like, I was just like, I just want to kind of know, the ins and outs, kind of underground dealings and stuff can get a little bit hairy, and I just wanted to make sure that I knew, like, the kind of general layout and things like that.
It gives you sort of a very broad description. It's not like the most detailed anything in the world, but I mean, like, you get a general sense of it. It's set up a lot like almost like a modern day stadium would be, like a football stadium or something. It's got the center ring, and then there's seating all on the outside, and then there's sort of like entrance channels that feed into like where the seating is from the outside. But then too, on the four corners, there are the towers, and those have any number of rooms and storage, and I mean, there's all kinds of stuff probably going on in those.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yes, I mean, it basically tells you.
All right, I thank him and ask him how he's doing and that sort of thing.
He's doing really good. He says, "Yeah, actually, I'm just taking care of some business right now. I probably gotta get back to it."
Okay, all right. Well, I'll let you do that then.
He says, "Okay, thanks. Maybe I'll see you at the Coliseum."
Probably, yeah.
It's okay. And he sort of like slips back into the door and closes it quickly.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
I relay the information to the others when I get back.
Cool.
And tell them that we need to go see Hugo for the password.
Okay. And then, Mist, are you still trying to break in, or have you abandoned that?
Oh, no, we can totally try it.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that are you trying to break in the middle of the day, or are you waiting till it's more evening, or?
I'm gonna wait until it's dark.
Yeah.
That would be the most opportune time.
And my question is, since I told him about like the basic layout and everything I knew, does he get advantage to breaking in?
He can have advantage to maneuvering once inside, not to breaking in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So there are two ways that I can think of for you to break in, but maybe you've got more creative ideas. Obviously, you can try and break in by picking the lock at the front gate, or by like scaling a wall.
Yeah, I was assuming I was gonna parkour up the side of the wall.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, if that's something you want to do, then you can do a dex roll for that.
All right, are we doing this at night right now?
Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Yeah, I do.
You
Yeah,
Spider-Man's the shit out of that.
Yeah, you just start yelling out parkour like a crazy person, and you scale up the side.
I whisper it very intensely under my breath.
Like, parkour!
Yep.
Yeah. How do you do it? Are you like jumping off a house over here, or are you just like straight up like using like little like hooks and grappling your way up, or how's it happening?
I would assume that I just start leaping from corner to corner, one wall to the next, grabbing onto bricks, just scaling up like one of these things right here to the top of one of these.
All right, yeah, cool. Well, do you slip in through like one of the archways, or are you climbing to like the top of a tower?
Nah, I would go to the top. That way I had advantage of everything.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you get to the top of the tower. Now, to get down inside of the tower, you still have to like pick a lock, because there's hatches, but they're locked.
All right.
But there's a courtyard that circles around. You can see a lot of sort of vendor stalls and stuff. They're vacant right now. There's nothing in them, but people would set up on the day of, it looks like, and sell anything from food to jewelry to anything, whatever, And so there's a lot of that down in there. And then to the building itself, if you're up on the side here, there is an entrance located here that you can see, and that's sort of what you see from where you're standing.
Okay, then I would like to parkour my happy ass to a door to get in.
Okay, so you're gonna scale back down the wall towards.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll for that then.
Sure.
And you can have advantage that there's probably.
I don't need it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you get down the wall, no problems. And then, if you're walking the perimeter, staying in the shadows, there are doors at all four corners. There's the main door, which is a very large door, like the carriages and stuff coming out of. And then there's like some semi-large double doors that at most like a horse rider could go through on the other three sides. Now, once you get down there, there's a guard patrol just sort of circling the encampment. It seems like there's two teams of two, and they're basically walking opposite of each other. So while one team is here, the other team is there. So
Right.
and it takes them about 10 minutes to make it around the building. So about
Okay.
every 5 minutes, somebody would be walking by this area.
Okay. All right. First off, I'd like to try to detect traps or any of those things that may catch me, alarms, things like that.
Okay, yeah, roll for it.
So that's a 10.
So there aren't traps per se, but there are some like you can see above all of the doors. There is like a bell system. All the doors have a wire that runs from them to some bells that are up above, so that if a door is opened, then the bell, and they're not little bells, they're like larger bells. So if it's opened, you hear like a gong, like a boom.
Okay.
And so, but it does look like these can be disengaged, like they wouldn't be active during the day necessarily, but they are engaged currently. So that's what you see on the doors.
All right. What exactly am I looking for there? I know me and Fiamma talked about it. Am I just scouting this place, or is there something in particular that we're trying to find?
Generally, what would probably be the safest path out to the courtyard where we're going to have the tree.
All right. And where do we decide we were going to put that courtyard tree?
Wasn't it like right out in front in that little thing?
Like over here somewhere, or out in this garbage somewhere?
I thought it was in the main gate, or at the outside the whole wall, like somewhere up
I mean,
there.
at that
in
point,
there.
we might not, at that point we might as well not even bother with the tree because we're already outside the wall.
Yeah. I know y'all discussed.
I thought it was like
discussed
it was
in
like
here at
in
one
the
point
woods
time.
somewhere.
Yeah, I think y'all discussed.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
You know,
Yeah.
All right.
sort of
Because
this
it's going to
grove.
blend in with the other trees. It's not going to just be a random ass tree in the middle of the town.
Yeah.
All right. So then I've discovered let's see, the bells on doors, a couple simple locks to be picked, 2 guards patrolling at night. I'm assuming the princess is in this building somewhere.
Not right now. She's not. She will be during the day of
Just during the day when we're doing stuff.
the Colosseum battle. She lives in the castle, which is like over here.
Alright.
But it's the royal family will be there the day of the fight. So
And this is a door right there, right? Am I
Yes.
seeing that correctly?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. All right. I want to make my way over there and check that area out.
Yeah, okay. Do a I guess a dex check for sneaking over there. Okay.
All right.
So you do make your way over there. There is at one point in time where like one of the passing guards just catches a glimpse out of the corner of his eye of something moving, and he stops for a few minutes to kind of just like peer into the shadows and see if he gets anything. He doesn't, but it's put him on somewhat of an alert.
Like a higher alert.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, you make it over there, and he eventually walks out of sight.
All right. I would like to observe the type of lock and or traps again for this area in particular.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and roll on with what you already got going on.
That's happening.
Those that has very large like iron bars going across it that seem to lock from the inside, and it also has sort of the same sort of bell system. And then also you can see like underneath the where the doors are, that there's a like a metallic panel that seems like it can be like raised or flipped or something in order allowing it to sort of turn into something that would thwart an escape or an entrance. Or someone who's moving like quickly, maybe.
Okay.
So,
All right.
but
then I would.
But that's not triggered by. You can tell that's not triggered by someone's actions. Someone else would actively like engage it.
Have to do that.
Yeah. Like if you know, like a guard would like would have to like make it work.
Gotcha. You'd like call up to somebody in the tower and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
do this" or something like that,
Yeah.
and they would open it.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Well, I think I've got enough information on how to get out and around.
Yeah. Now
Um,
the day of the actual event, you can assume that these front gate doors will all just be open because people will be passing in and out.
Yeah. Well, until we trigger something, and shit goes down.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I would like to possibly pickpocket a guard. I'm looking for a universal key.
Okay.
That's a roll on dex for me for pickpocketing.
Yeah. You roll for pickpocketing. I can't promise you'll have a universal key. They might have some keys of some sort, though.
Okay. All right, I'm going to roll. I'm going to get a 9, and I'm going to use a hold. I have 6 holds, and I'm going to use one to make that a 10.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, as a set of the guards are passing by, you pilfer off one of them a set of keys. But obviously you don't know what they're to.
Right, but I have a set of keys.
But you do have you do have a set of keys. It's got like it's a large ring, and it has 3 keys on it.
Okay. Yeah, I get a 30-30 chance. Cool. All right, I want to get the fuck out of here. So, do I have to roll to get out?
Yeah. Let's roll. Where are you getting out at?
Basically right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop down because I'm already here. Drop down behind these buildings and just off.
Okay. Yeah, just roll a dex roll for escaping.
All right, I'm gonna spend another hold to make that a permanent 10.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So you scale the wall and scurry out.
All right, and we'll just assume that I went back to the group
Okay.
and relayed everything I have learned. Also, that I have 3 keys. I don't know what they're for, but they're definitely useful.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, and is what's his face there, Gundry or whatever the fuck?
Yeah. He'll be back at the thing. Yep.
All right, so when I show up, I look at him. I'm like, it was piece of cake.
He says, it's very impressive. Maybe it is true what they say about you guys. And Darren sort of just he's like, I hope this works. I just can't bear to live another day without my sweet Imogen.
Well, either way, you're probably not gonna. So
He says,
Damn.
"What do you mean? Have you heard some dark omen?"
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, if you get caught, you won't be living without her either. So there's that.
It's called the Guild.
He says, well, we're paying, fine money. Hopefully
We're
you are
literally gonna
incentivized.
do all we can.
Incentivized.
Yeah.
He says, "Should I worry?"
Always be
No.
on alert, buddy.
But yeah,
Absolutely. Here, have a glass of water from my infinite staff.
He says, "Oh, I've seen that. Yes, one of the great mages of Ugrin invented that. I can't believe you bought it off the old codger there in the castle walls. He very rarely shows anyone to the back room."
Yeah, I told him I'd kill him if he didn't show us.
we actually have some pretty cool stuff from that.
Yeah,
stuff,
we're got that other stick.
Yeah.
Other stick? Are did you die?
Sorry,
stick.
the insulting stick and the old.
Yeah.
Okay, so the insulting stick's like, huh? What? Oh, God, You guys have been so boring lately. I thought I was just gonna fall to an eternal sleep.
We could only hope.
I remind myself not to talk to you again. Okay.
He says, "Yes, please." No one can understand what you're saying, anyways. It's just like you're barking all the time.
Can you throw him? I'll definitely play fetch with that.
He says, "Yeah, you like putting sticks in your mouth, don't you?"
Yeah, big boy. I got some places for you.
Hey, you might have to go see the medical professional too.
Nah, man. That was a cat and a satyr. I'm good.
He says,
I was talking about the stick, but yeah.
He says, I mean, I'm not the dark one over there. He's got the staff of infection.
Jesus.
Tyrone pops his head out and he says, "Dang, son, that stick is fire right now."
Oh my gosh.
And then
Don't encourage it.
And then he looks at you and he says, "Woman, where's my kibble?"
I mean, I guess I feed him his food because I have it on hand. You know, I paid for it, so.
He eats it too quickly, and then
Throws it back up.
and then throws it back up. And he
Yeah.
says, "Hey, you can clean that up."
Yes.
Melody, that cat's looking mighty
And then he
scrumptious.
says,
No.
as soon as you finish cleaning up, he's like, "Hey, make me a sandwich."
I make a sandwich.
He sniffs it.
If I,
He eats the meat out of the center of it and then walks away.
Okay, that tracks.
Fiamma's really amused that it seems like she's this cat's slave.
I'm gonna eat it.
I kind of am.
So yeah. So it is the night of Wednesday. Are you looking to plant the tree now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's going to do that?
Well, I have the seed.
I have the time orb, and
With
Mr.
our
got the wood
powers
orb.
combined.
And I have the wood orb. That's right.
Yep.
Captain Planet.
All right, cool. So you guys in the dead of night make your way out.
Nature, be kind to nature, or I'll turn you into a fucking tree.
So let me get Mist to roll Defy Danger with his dex, Melody to roll Defy Danger with her charisma, and Fiamma to roll Defy Danger also with charisma.
Oh, that cut it close. If you want me to say, okay,
Nine.
let's say that's pretty. Cool.
Well, I had to re-pull up my dice roller because I had to reset.
Yeah. So I'm having you roll basically on whether or not you get stopped, and then what kind of person you get stopped by on your way in the middle of the night. So you guys are making your way, and when you get close to the bridge out here, people, gosh, I need 5 screens. I really do. O'Connor and Randall are walking out of the sunken cunt, and they're like, "Hey, you guys, what's going on?" He's like, "What are you guys?" They're being real loud. Like, "What are you guys doing out so late?"
Hookers.
Fuck
He
bitches.
He says, "Those are that way, man. You're coming the wrong way."
Oh, thanks.
Not the ones we're looking for.
Yeah, we were given different information, so yeah.
He's like,
My
"Oh."
kink is being pointed in the right direction.
He says, "Really? Whoa. But there's like new ones, man. We want to join in."
Yeah,
No.
Melody and Fiamma, take this one. Take one for the team.
Looks like I'll be taking 2 for the team.
What are you saying? I mean, they're obviously trying to indicate their wanting us to join wherever it is you're going to because they're drunk and just looking for a good time.
Well, they're about to get laid.
So
I'm gonna lead them off to fuck them, and then I'm like, I'll meet y'all at the tree.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
roll charisma.
Please tell me I don't have to sleep with him.
No, not you. It's Fiamma.
Oh, thank
10.
God. Well, no,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying if Yama failed.
Randall's like, whoa. Like, she fights and she does other stuff? He's like, are you saying, like, me? Or are you my friend O'Connell? Like, who are you talking about here?
Yes.
And they look at each other, and then they high five.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
And they're like, let's go. And one, like, grabs you underneath one arm, the other one grabs you underneath the other arm. And then, you know, they take you off to a back alley somewhere. And
They become Eskimo brothers.
so Melody and Mist, you guys are carrying on then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys make it across the bridge. You kind of make your way over this way. As you're going, the casino is still pretty lively. I mean, it's, I don't know, 1, 2 in the morning. And then, you know, there's still lights and people pouring in and out of the casino. It just seems to never stop. But yeah, you walk by and you get over to the tree. And Fiamma, roll a d4 for me.
A D4. 1.
Oh, pretty quickly. So just 1 hour later, Fiamma joins you. And,
Fiamma's good at what she does.
Yeah. How were they, Fiamma? How was it?
Well, it was interesting. One of them had 3 balls.
Roll 2d6, man. See how high that score gets.
So, all right. So yeah, you show up, and they're there waiting for you. No more issues. So,
Sweet.
you guys gonna play?
Well, I guess we're gonna, yeah. I want to actually discern reality around the area to make sure there's no one around.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, roll for it.
8.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of people, but there is sort of just periodically the odd passerby of people who are sort of just drunk and wandering and don't know where they're at.
Cool.
We'll have to time it out right then.
Yeah. I guess you know, I mean, no one's gonna question you just to sort of like digging in the dirt because you know there's just people standing around, whatever. So I mean, you can put the plant in, no problem. Let's there just is no luck roll. Let's roll 2d6 on wisdom. Whoever wants to do that.
I've got a +3.
Yeah, you do that, then I won't.
And another 8.
Okay, cool. So when you start activating the tree, it obviously grows and the portal forms in it. There is one drunken gnome that's sort of like you didn't see, and he's like, "What is that? What did I drink tonight?" And he's like just standing like a foot or two behind you, and he's just like wide-eyed looking up at it like, whoa.
I'm gonna turn around, hand him 20 gold,
Just kill him.
and be like,
Thought you were gonna
you didn't
sleep
see
with him."
nothing. Drinks are on me.
He's like, "I didn't see nothing." And he starts stumbling away. And he takes the gold and he kind of just slips it into his his side pouch. Yeah.
Awesome.
Not that anyone could just walk up to him and steal it, possibly. But
Well, to be entirely fair, I just wanted to get that over with without a roll.
okay. So yeah, he takes it and he just wanders off. So yeah, but now in front of you is the tree and the portal is open. Do you close it, the portal, or?
Yeah, it should be closed until it's time to go.
Alright. Cool. So yeah, you close it back up, and then it sort of looks like a normal-ish tree amongst the others. The tree itself is slightly different because it's more of a jungle tree than it's sort of a seaboard tree, but a tree nonetheless. So someone might be like, "That's a weird tree," as they walk by. Yeah, it's planted. You're good to go.
So I think that's basically everything we needed to get prepped with. We've got the cloak, we got the mask, we've got me as a body double. We've got the tree planted.
Now,
We've got generally how the routes work.
And I've set up my plan for the
when you say body
catacombs.
double, she's a dwarf, and you're
Not a dwarf.
tallish angel. So
Which, while true, the only reason they should be looking for us to begin with is if they find out that she's wearing a dragon mask and that cloak.
yeah. Okay.
I can
It's
walk
more of
on
an
my
extra
knees
caution
and
Yeah. All right.
just shuffle on my knees.
So yeah. Do you want to flash forward then to the morning of Friday then?
Everyone
Sure,
go to bed?
I've discussed with Mist how we're going to get into the catacombs because I need him to come with me.
Wildheart, have you been remembering to take your medicine every day?
Hmm?
Have you been remembering
yes.
to take your medicine every day?
Yes.
Cool.
The
Can
pain
you
reminds
can you roll me just like a defy danger on your constitution?
As
I
expected.
promise I keep it.
You've been experiencing explosive diarrhea on the regular. I will be asking you to roll defy danger regularly to see if you don't crap your pants.
It's a new plan. Wildheart stays with the tree.
Do you tell them,
Fertilizer, it works every time.
do you tell them you're having problems, or do you just keep it to yourself?
I tell them I'm not feeling well.
Let's be honest, here in about 45 minutes, we'll be able to smell that there's an issue.
Yeah. So, Gray, you've had some time just like chill with the dragon. Are you trying to teach him anything, or are you what are you doing with Simba?
We've just been playing.
Yeah.
Just
What,
been
what,
playing.
what have you been feeding Simba?
I'm sure. Do I have meat with me? I don't know. I don't think he's ate in a while, to be honest.
Can I make a recommendation for you?
I mean, I have a centaur hoof, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't want centaur hoof.
I recommend go catching some squirrels that are alive.
Oh, so I have to go out of town.
Yeah, or you could just buy meat.
I mean, I could just go buy meat.
Or squirrels live in the fucking city here now. Why wouldn't they live there?
There are
and
trees
pigeons.
here.
Or rats. There's
Fish.
shitloads of them everywhere.
Or
Oh
human-
yeah, I
or
mean, I
human
could
souls.
go. I could go. I can't just keep. I can't just go
Hobos?
around killing people. Oh my gosh.
It all comes full circle now.
I feel like are they hobos in the city?
Of course there
I'm
are.
sure, yeah.
Are there?
There's
Are
always
there-
hobos
are
in
there
the city.
those-
What are you
are
talking
there-
There's
about?
definitely
Are they-
hobos.
Like
You won't even
Everywhere.
get in
up
trouble.
this-
They'll think of it as a public
above
service.
Here. Yeah.
I know a really stupid kobold that might come over for free.
Oh no.
Yes.
Please.
I'm not gonna go kill him. No.
Mm,
Boo.
No, you wouldn't kill him. Simba would.
Yeah.
it's the circle of life. It's
He's
the
got
food chain.
25 kids to feed,
That's a lot of food.
and he's just
That's-
gained,
25 kids is a
That-
lot of food.
That equals 26 meals.
He's just recently gained their respect.
Did he though?
And his
He
wife,
didn't.
you said, was like the size of a whale, so
Yeah.
Simba could eat on her for days.
food forever.
Yeah, the manatees, they're afraid of her.
It never said. I mean, the relayed message was that it doesn't have to be live human meat.
It said human souls.
Well, okay, souls are a little much, but
That's whatever.
Well, I was pretty sure you told me that dragons eat the living to get stronger. I never said the living what.
I don't. I'll have to go back and listen. I thought I said
it might have been humans.
human souls, but maybe not.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I don't remember souls, or else I would have put that in the notes.
The word souls
was
was definitely
souls.
said. I listened to it today,
Yeah.
and I do remember specifically the word souls being said.
oh, that's great. Well, we're just gonna get him some regular meat right now because Or I mean,
Because you're fresh out of human souls.
I mean, we have Gundry, but
I mean,
Gundry's an elf, just like me.
he's- they have to be humans. Oh God.
it could be humanoid. I mean, I will go as far as say humanoid souls.
Oh. Nah. We'll just go get him some regular meat.
Do
You know.
kobolds have souls?
Yes.
Soulbolds.
I'm not gonna make him eat the cobalt. That's
Is it a ginger
terrible.
kobold?
I'm not gonna eat a cobalt. I don't even know anything about technically in character because I've never met him.
Well, then you wouldn't care.
That's also true.
We tell you
wouldn't
about
care.
this stupid kobold to try to.
You've eaten
try
many
to-
things to survive.
I have eaten many things so far.
No, your child must eat many
Oh,
things to
look, we're
survive.
just gonna feed him some regular meat right now.
Yeah, that's
We'll
fine.
feed
I mean,
him-
you can go down to
Yeah.
wherever and get meat, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
just go out
Um,
wherever and get meat. Blah
yeah.
blah blah.
He is. I mean, because he's still growing.
Yeah.
And he's on the cusp of being too large for your backpack. I mean, it's.
Oh, I'm
it's-
sure.
It's, much longer he's not going to fit in there. So, that's just a heads up. And he's starting to be a little more active during the day too. You can feel your back rustle around sometimes. So there's that as well. So all right, cool. But if nothing else, then we're gonna wake up on Friday morning. So the days go by. You guys take care of whatever you need to take care of. It is now the morning of Friday, April the 9th. It is the morning of the Coliseum. It is the morning of potentially you guys doing some
The grand heist.
stuff. I mean, Gundry's up real early, Darren's up, and Gundry's like, all right. So, as we've discussed, I'm going to position Darren by the tree that you pointed out. So he's going to be there, sort of just waiting beside it. I'm going to be standing just 2 shops in front of that, to try and help clear the way or fend off any attackers if they coming in behind you. What have you decided that your individual roles are going to be? So, and he did provide you with the schedule of where the princess is going to be at what times. She's going to during the final battle of the day. She's going to excuse herself to go to the restroom. She will have 2 armed guards with her during that time, but that's when she'll be the least guarded.
That's perfect because I'll be shitting my guts out.
Yeah, and that
I will be in the restroom.
Okay, and that will be sort of time wise. I mean, there's not exact times on when the fight's happening because when one's over, the next begins. But you're looking for that to take place around 6 in the evening.
Okay, so the morning of all that, I want to make sure that I get the password from Hugo and that we're in the catacombs, have everything handled before the heist takes place.
Yep.
Correct.
So y'all deal with the catacombs in the morning. I'll be in the bathroom with the stuff ready to get her dressed up in it so we can leave. If y'all can Gray and Wildheart could distract the guards while we walk by. It's pretty simple now that he's shitting his pants. Just shit your pants, please.
Shit your pants on command.
No one
Is
speaks.
is everyone going through the portal, or just some of you going through the portal?
Well, at least a couple of us have to go through the portal.
Yeah.
I'll most likely be going through since I'll be with the princess. The rest is really up to. Do you have to turn in those items here in town, Melody?
What I the goblin eye?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
If you have the
But
portal,
I can always come
you
back
can,
through.
Yeah, you can kind of come back as you please, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess some minor distractions in key areas where guards are would be useful.
right.
Obviously, we've got the 2 that are going to be guarding her, but
So what's Miss doing?
I don't really care. What do you guys want Miss to do? You want him to run
like, what, do you
interference?
want me to
Stay
stay? Do you want
behind?
me
What
to
do you want?
stay?
Uh,
Talk to a guard.
Miss could actually run a little bit ahead to see if there's going to be any issues that rise up while we're escorting the princess. And Melody can help with distracting anybody that does manage to get in the way.
Okay.
If shit goes south, I can always stay behind.
So Gray and Wildheart are going to try and take
Don't
care
worry,
of
the
the
shit's
guards.
going out in front of the bathroom.
Melody, Miss, and Fiamma are going to sort of go with the princess. Fiamma is staying by the princess's side. Melody and Mist are going to run interference in the vicinity of the princess while being escorted away, right? That's the plan?
Sure.
Okay. And do y'all want Gundry to do anything? Gundry's said he was going to wait out sort of like... So Gundry's going to be sort of waiting out right about here. For you guys to start arriving, and so his goal is to basically, buy you time if he has to.
No, that sounds about right.
Yeah, backup's a good idea.
Yeah, generally fuck Gundry, so.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So then, yeah, it's the morning of, and so Melody, you want to go talk to Hugo.
And, if Mist wants to come with me, or no, he probably wouldn't trust Mist because he doesn't know Mist. I'll tell Mist that I'll meet up with him so that we can both go to the catacombs. And I'll go check with Hugo.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you arrive at Hugo's place, knock on the door, and you roll on.
He's expecting me this time.
Roll
but
on
yeah.
some realities.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So when you knock on the door, it just sort of like creaks open a little bit, like it wasn't latched.
Uh-oh.
You notice that something is definitely amiss with the area, and you hear some like groaning in the background.
I carefully go to investigate.
Sure. Yeah. So when you open the door, you do see some like an overturned table, and you see that the room there's been like a tussle in the room. As you walk towards the back, there's a couple of doors. One looks leads to what may be a restroom, and then two offshoots that go to probably rooms. You hear the groaning behind the door at the far end of the room.
I go there.
Cool. So yeah, you open the door. Hugo's in there, and he's just like leaning against the wall. And he's sort of clutching his chest, and you can see some like blood coming down. And Hugo's like, "Is Melody? Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I thought they'd come to finish me off." He says, "I need your help."
I'm gonna roll to heal him.
Okay. Yeah, you do. Yeah, roll for some healing. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So, how do you do it?
I put my hands over the wound, and light comes from my hands, and it starts to close.
Cool. Yeah. So, definitely, the wound starts closing up a little bit, and you can see sort of some color come back to his face, and his eyes start dilating a little more correctly. And he's like, "Oh my, that's some strong magic you're piping out there. I thought I was going to die there for a minute. Melody, you've saved my life. How can I ever repay you?"
I've appreciated your cooperation and being a friend and, helping me with the ins and outs of things. So, I'll give you information, help you, and you give me information, help me.
He says, "Oh, yes, definitely. Can you help me up?"
Yeah, sure.
Help him up. And he says, "Listen, Melody. We should probably leave this place right now."
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So you can kind of rush out and rush down the stairs and sort of out into the sort of the market square. And he's sort of leading you more towards like the walkway, like on the docks. As you're walking, he's like, "Look, sorry you had to see that. I had a trade deal that went pretty south, honestly. Kind of
like
happens,
it.
huh?"
I said, looked like it.
This isn't, some trades are just not safe, but we all got to make livings, right? He says, anyways, why are we coming to see me this morning?
Now, speaking of not safe trade deals, I figured that I told you I would come see you about the catacomb password. And I'm glad I did, because I was able to help you.
He says, oh, yeah, yes. He says, well, obviously, my morning has just not gone as planned, as you can see.
Yeah.
He says, I don't have the password now, but
Okay.
if you take me to the Coliseum, I can certainly probably procure it there.
Okay.
So, yeah,
We might have to part ways after that, because I have some things I have to take care of in the catacombs, but, I mean, yeah,
sure. He says, oh, well, I'm headed that way myself, actually.
Okay, I just figured that with your current predicament, it might be best after, we get there that we part ways.
He says, oh, okay. Well, certainly. But getting there is half the fun, right? And he kind of groans. So,
We're gonna give him the insult stick as a walking stick.
So, now, are the rest of you already headed towards the Coliseum?
Yeah, like as soon as it opens, I gotta go get ready.
Okay. Everyone else headed that way? Alright.
Yep.
Wildheart, roll me a Defy Danger. On your Constitution.
Oh!
Perfect.
You get about 5 minutes down the road, and you are overcome with an overwhelming urge to go to the restroom. It's so severe that you're either gonna go on the side of the street or you're gonna go in your pants. It's up to you.
I'll go on the sidewalk.
Cool. So yeah, you drop your pants and you start doing your business on the side of the street. And one of the local shop owners is like, "Hey, you can't do that here. Hey, guards!" And he's trying to like motion over some guards. Do you try and talk your way out of it, or are you just gonna try and like squat and run?
Am I close by?
Squatting and running.
Okay. roll on Dex. Yeah. So as you start running, some guards are rolling to the scene, and they sort of like see you from the backside. They don't catch a glimpse of your face as you're running away. But they can at least at most tell that you're a dark elf.
I was about to say all they see is the dark side of the moon.
Yeah. That's nice.
That was a good one.
So yeah, you managed to get away, but they definitely like there's probably gonna be an APB out on like a dark elf who took a crap on the street, but it's not that major of an offense, so no one's gonna be after you terribly yet. So yeah, you guys, it's still early morning. You're making your way over towards the Coliseum, and it's a distance to travel, right? It's gonna take you 20-30 minutes at least to walk it, maybe more. So you get over here. Do you have a particular route you're taking? I mean, do you guys? There's a number of roads you can walk down, or are you taking the most direct route?
I'm taking a separate route from everyone else.
Okay.
I'm following the flow of traffic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then Gray and Wildheart, you guys are the same way, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't really act suspicious at all because I'm escorted by somebody that doesn't have any idea what's going on.
So Wildheart, can I get you to roll another Defy Danger? Yeah. So you're hit with some pains, but it's not nothing that you have to like go to the bathroom or yet. But next time you roll on your Constitution, you'll take a -1. So yeah, you guys get across the bridge and you get here to the Coliseum. And I mean, there's a even though it's early morning, there's a pretty steady flow of people just walking in into the Coliseum. Because you guys are in the flow of traffic, if Fiamma's taking a different route, let's say maybe Fiamma gets there a little earlier. So Fiamma, you arrive first at the Coliseum gates. What are you doing?
Well, I'm assuming that I have to pay some form of entry fee.
Not to get into this first gate, you don't. But to get into this...
They got some kind of all-access pass?
So, to the area around the Coliseum, no, because there's a lot of trade going on there, and so they're welcoming people to come in. And obviously enticing them to come into the main gate, which is where the fights are actually happening.
Yeah.
So entry to the main gate is just 5 silver.
Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to pay them 5 silver and start heading towards that restroom.
Also, can you roll discern realities for me?
9.
Yep. So here again, as you've gotten closer to the Coliseum, and once you get inside, you again see a lot of these flyers talking about, do you have magical powers? Do you hate the establishment? Take this paper, we'll call you, and a picture of an imp on it. So you see a number of those. But larger than that, there are a number of flyers within the Coliseum, and it talks about an event that I don't know the name of. So you see flyers for the Grand Summit Festival, and on the picture of the Grand Summit Festival flyers, there's a picture of a trophy, and the illustrated picture of the trophy itself, at the top of the trophy there's what looks like so it looks like one of the orbs with like a water symbol in it.
Uh-oh.
And
So this is on like a flyer?
Yeah, it's on a flyer. Do you want to inspect the flyer further?
Yes.
All right. So if you stop and have a look at the flyer, then it says Grand Summit Festival Tournament of Nations annual tournament. It happens on April 30th, which is a Friday, I think. Gosh, I need more stuff. So, yep, Friday, April 30th, and it lasts through Sunday, May the 2nd. So it's like a 3-day event. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the Grand Summit Festival.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna make a mental note of that.
Yep. So yeah, and then you pay your 5 silver and you walk in.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. And do you do anything before you're looking for the bathrooms? I mean, if you went behind the bathroom, you're gonna be in there like, it's gonna be a while before this ever goes down. So I mean, you're gonna walk around and mingle, or
No. I want to give as few people opportunity to see what I look like as possible.
okay. So you're just gonna go like chill in the bathroom for like the whole day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah.
I've got snacks and I've got a bag to talk to. So.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, you get in there, and you're camping out in the bathroom. Meanwhile, you guys arrive at the gates, and sort of same thing. It's free entry into the first gate. The second gate requires the monies. Do you do anything before passing in through the gates? Well, Mist Gray and Wildheart.
Nope.
All right. And you guys go ahead and pass on through into the actual Coliseum itself?
Yep.
All right, cool. So Melody, you and Hugo seem to be taking a little bit of a long route, staying on the outskirts of town to make your way to the Coliseum. What did you chat about? Anything on your way there?
Sure. I mean, make small talk, kind of, and just basically, I'm listening.
Yeah.
More than talking.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
do I roll on charisma to see what he says, or?
Yeah. It's more charisma to see how open he is about what's going on.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So he starts telling you. He's like, yeah. Obviously there are lots of different kinds of merchants. I belong to the junk guild. I'm a junk merchant. We sort of trade things that people don't want, and things that are upcycled and recycled. It's not the most noble of trade professions, but
there we go.
Job done.
I didn't hear any of that because I lost everybody.
Oh, okay.
Except,
Sorry.
yeah, that's what happened. I lost everybody. It's all good.
But so yeah, and he's telling you sort of about junk trade and junk merchanting, and he says, yeah, I recently brokered a deal. We found some items on a salvaged ship, and it was a pretty nice haul. I thought I was going to be set for a long time, but well, after I'd already brokered the sale, some people came along claiming it was theirs. I didn't want to hand it over, but they raided my warehouse and took everything. Well, then when I couldn't produce the goods for those that I sold it to, well, they want their money, or they want my life. So they roughed me up, and they've given me just 3 days to get it paid back. I don't know what I'm going to do. Hopefully I can work some magic here in the Coliseum, but I just don't know. So, do you sympathize with the situation, or are you just like, well, that sucks?
Well, I mean, that is kind of Melody's way of sympathizing with the situation now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, she's rough, but she was like, yeah, oh god, that's terrible. She actually does sympathize, but,
So Tyrone just jumps out of the bag sometime during all this, and he's walking beside you, and he's like, Melody, this guy's a loser. He says, we should just knock him out and rob him.
He's already been robbed once.
Do you say that to the cat?
No.
Okay. And he's like, hey, Melody, do me a favor. Punch him.
No.
He says, no. That we had an agreement.
I do a lot for you.
So you're not engaged in conversation with the cat.
Yeah.
And so Hugo's like, is that your cat?
Yeah.
He says, do you talk to him a lot?
Okay, here's the deal. So, I can actually talk to animals and trees and stuff. I have that ability.
He says, oh, well, that's a pretty valuable ability to have. Says,
yeah, it can be.
Says, so what's he saying?
Well, I kind of have a little bit of a contract with him, and he wanted me to punch you.
He says, why?
Because he's kind of an asshole.
He says, I mean, cats, I get it, but he says, hey, kitty, I didn't do nothing to you. It's like, maybe later we get you some kibble. And Tyrone looks at you.
I relay this.
Well, yeah, Tyrone looks at me and says, so help me God, I will claw his eyes out.
Okay. I'll just look at him and I'm gonna go, you guys just need to keep your distance. That's all there is to it. And that's okay.
He's like,
last person that said I can tame him got an infected eye from a scratch, so.
He says, oh, okay. So you guys eventually make it to the Coliseum, and you start walking in. While you're walking in, Gray and Wildheart, where are you guys at?
Wildheart's not here right now.
Yeah. Maybe. There he is.
Wild Hearts 2.
There we go.
Ship bending.
Gray and Wildheart, where are you guys at?
We're walking into the Coliseum.
Yeah, well, you're already in, so I mean,
Oh.
Is there anywhere in particular in Coliseum? Are you going to go watch some of the show, or are you going to go hang out near the bathroom? I mean, it's still going to be, 10 or more hours before you're ever needed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see where the monsters are held.
Okay. So
Distractions! Gonna let something loose.
Yeah. So this is more of like a PvP type of
Oh, there's got to be monsters. This is a arena.
It's
You're not wrong.
It's not the typical show. That's not what they're doing right now. Anyways, they're having people versus.
Looks like I get to go and let all the monsters out.
Just make sure you print enough pamphlets.
Oh.
Wildheart, can you roll Defy Danger on your Constitution?
Oh my God. Wildheart, if you fail enough, you will level up.
That's true.
Look at that.
Yeah. Well, you get a -1, but it's still a 10. So yeah, you're managing to
Hold it in.
shove down the feeling, just like your emotions,
Jesus.
and keep it at bay. But definitely, like the rumblings are happening, but you're able to withstand them.
You got that mud.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's shit bending.
So, Gray, no, Gray. Mist, you're in the sort of the vendor area within the Coliseum, and you sort of spotted the gray door in the the red door in the back with the guy standing at it. Are you just like milling around, or what are you doing?
Well, he knows that he has to have the password.
Right. But I mean, he's just in the area, so.
I don't know. I'll look at some booths, see what they're selling.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like the legitimate market. So a lot of it's like jewelry or fine clothing. There is a section where they're selling some weaponry and armor. It's all like good quality stuff, but there's nothing special about it. Just good, sturdy, well-made stuff.
All right, then I buy an apple.
Cool. Yeah, you get an apple. And not too long after that, Melody and Hugo kind of come walking in. And you've never seen Hugo, I don't believe, Mist.
I introduce
Do you?
Hugo to the group, not basically
Well,
just like, hey,
only Mist is in this room, so.
This is Hugo. He introduced me to the merchants market, and he has the password for us.
Hugo looks at you and he says, "Well, that's a scary guy. Pleasure to meet you." And he's kind of timidly holds his hand out.
And I shake it and say, "Nice to meet you too."
Cool. He says, "Melody, you some interesting company."
Yeah, well, that's lucky for you, isn't it? Yeah, because they said that you're interesting company to be around too, Hugo.
And Tyrone says to you, he says, he keeps some interesting stupidity.
I bat at the cat's tail.
He didn't hear it though, did he? Do you speak animal?
No. Only you know what Tyrone is saying. Everyone else just kind of hears him meow. Tyrone lets you bat at his tail right now. He's okay with it.
Okay.
So Tyrone knows who to mess with and who not to mess with. He's a cat. Fiamma, you're they're having an interaction. You're in the bathroom, and people are coming in and out. Can you roll a Defy Danger for me, just like a flat 2d6?
For what? Taking a shit?
Nope.
I'm gonna make that a 7 and a 9.
Okay, cool. When some people come in, the insult stick sort of like whispers some insults. Not yelling at them out loudly or anything, but the insult stick, like one lady comes in and she's like doing her makeup in sort of this place is swanky, but they don't have like glass mirrors. It's just sort of like some shiny metal. So because it's not quite fancy enough to have glass mirrors, even though glass mirrors do exist, but they're pretty expensive. But anyways, she's doing her makeup, And the insult staff whispers, he's like, no amount of paint's gonna fix that train wreck. And she just kind of goes, what? Somebody there? Hello?
Yeah, you look like shit.
She's like, how rude. And then she sort of like leaves. And there are a few more interactions that like that where insults like just kind of whispers out, and, you know. Now every time it's like not enough for them to quite know what they're saying. Do you just yell out anytime anyways?
No, after the first time, I'm gonna look at the whisper, the insult stick and be like, keep it to yourself or I will burn you.
Stick's like, why? This is my job. This is why you bought me.
Yes, but this is a clandestine mission.
Stick's like, your face is a clandestine mission.
That's a mission that won't be completed anytime soon. I roast myself to make it satisfied.
So yeah, it finally shuts up. All right, so yeah, so Melody, Mist, and Hugo are down. Hugo's like, all right, just give me a minute, and he walks over to like an area where like someone's serving drinks. There's like a bartender, and he walks up to the bar and puts his coin down and kind of slides it on the table, and the bartender picks it up and he says, "Oh, merchant, huh?" Says, what you call it? Things. Oh, he says, "For profit," and Hugo says back to him, "Look for despair." And he says, "Well, I think you're probably looking for the special of the day." And, he whispers to him. He says, and you know, Hugo
What a complicated password.
Yeah, well, no. I mean,
I know.
You don't hear the password. So Hugo comes back and he says, "All right. Well, Melody, today's password is goatfish. So there you go."
Okay. Thank you.
And he says, "You heading in now, or?"
I look over at Mist, or tell him about the password. I'm like, are we going in now or later?
No
Okay,
time
that
like the
sounds
moment.
good. Yep.
So you are going in now?
Yep.
And you tell Hugo that?
Yeah.
He says, "All right, well, I'm going to chill out here for just a little bit. I'm waiting for someone, but maybe I'll catch you inside." So, yeah, you go to the guy, and he says, "You looking for the special?"
Yep.
He says,
Goatfish.
He says, "All right." And so he opens the door, and he goes in sort of like a dark hallway. Okay. So as you head in, you go down the dark hallway. It's a pretty long hallway, and it's pretty dark for most of the way, and then it starts brightening up, and then you come into a it's a sort of a large array of like wide tunnels, with the catacombs in the walls, like the dead bodies in the walls, and in front of them are all little like shops with tables and racks and things that people just selling stuff.
Was I given a physical description of Westbrook?
No.
So should I discern realities, maybe?
Probably should ask around, I guess. I mean, you can't discern your way into knowing what a person looks like without knowing what they look like.
Okay, charisma, I guess. I just say I'm looking for Westbrook.
You stop at one of the booths.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Roll for it. So yeah. You stop at a booth. That's got an orc at it, and it's the first one you come to, and you ask for Westbrook, and he's like, "Well, who's asking?"
Me? I'm asking. Melody.
Melody? And why, Melody, are you looking for Westbrook?
I heard that he has an item that I might be interested in.
He says, "I might could tell you which one's Westbrook for a price."
What price we talking?
He looks you up and down. He says, 2 gold.
Mm-mm.
2 gold for information? I look at Mist. I'm like, what do you think about that?
It's not my item.
I could just ask the others, about Westbrook, because that's steep.
He says, you ask whoever you like. There's no contract for you and I to do business.
Starting to think that this might be Westbrook.
Yeah.
You know what? Feeling generous today. Here's your 2 gold, sir.
He says, thank you kindly. Oi, Westbrook. It's the guy right beside him. He's like, this lass is looking for you. And so, beside him is a dark elf, and he's sort of just sitting in his chair with his feet propped up on his table, reading a book, and he looks up from his book with some silver-rimmed spectacles, and he says, "Yes, can I help you?"
I was told that you may have an item that I'm interested in procuring.
Well, everyone's interested in procuring an item. What are you looking for? No need to be so coy.
I'm looking for a bag of holding.
Well,
and
isn't
a goblin
everyone?
eye.
Well then, a bag of holding is it? And what do you have in exchange for this bag of holding? You know these are rare items.
I know they're very rare.
Says,
I have money, I have abilities. What are you looking for?
He says, well, I prefer trades to money. I'll accept money if ultimately that's what it comes down to. It's 500 gold if you'd like to buy a bag of holding.
I do not have that much, so I guess I will have to barter.
He says, well, what items do you have?
Give him the cat. He's a magical cat.
I don't know if that'll work. Should I try to offer him the cat? Should I do it?
You're gonna have to talk Tyrone into making a contract with this dude.
He wouldn't want to make a contract with the cat, I know that much. That's not a gift, that's a curse.
Says,
I don't know what kind of items you got.
says, well, if you've got nothing to trade, then move along.
Hold on, I'm looking. Let's see, I have rings, I have a necklace. I have an ice sword.
He says, an ice sword? What is that?
The ice sword, I think you said that it did the same damage, but it like throws people in place, slows them down.
Yeah.
So I explained what the ice sword is.
Says, might I have a look at it?
Sure.
You hand it to him?
I'll let him inspect it, yes.
So yeah, he holds it up, and he pulls it up to his face and he says, appraisal. And he sort of looks it up and down. He says, this is a fair item, made by a master craftsman, as I can tell. It's not quite enough. Do you have anything else to add to this?
Gravity sword.
He says, might I have a look at that?
Sure.
He takes it, holds it in the other hand, looks at it and he says, appraisal. Takes him a minute. He says, this might be sufficient. Tell me about that skull.
The skull's not for sale.
Now I am intrigued.
Yep, now you fucked yourself, because that's what he's gonna take.
He's like, what? What is the significance of this skull?
It was my my first worthy kill.
There you go.
He says,
I was like, don't do it, Melody.
he says, Tell me about this kill.
Well, this skeleton was reanimated from previous kills, so he was full of vengeance and always out to kill me. and I took his life first.
He says, reanimated, but how?
That's a very good question. We never figured out that mystery ourselves, but this particular skull has none of that magic left.
He sets the swords down on the table in front of him, and he says, can I see your hand?
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to do this, so yeah, sure, go ahead.
He takes your hand and he goes, appraise.
He's appraising you? What the fuck?
And, you
Traffic.
see one eyebrow lift up, and he goes, astonishing. I tell you what, for these 2 swords and a vial of your blood, I will give you the bag of holding.
Throw in a goblin eye, and you have yourself a deal.
He says, certainly. So, do you roll up your sleeve?
Yep.
He says, very good. And he pulls out a bag and unrolls it, pulls a syringe out from it, and he says, if I could have your arm then, and he ties your arm off, jabs it in, extracts the blood, and then he holds it up, and one more time, appraise. Look at blood. And you just see this sort of creepy grin form on his face. And he says, yes. Yes. This is quite the joyous day. Thank you so much. And then he pulls out a bag, and he sets it on the table. It's kind of a worn, like, traveled, dusty-looking bag.
And it has a embroidered dick on the front of the flap.
No. He sits on the table and he says, there you are, my dear. It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Likewise, and he gave me the goblin eye as well, right?
He says, oh, yes. And then he reaches back on the table and there's like a jar full of eyes. And he pulls it and he like pops the lid and he says, here you go, and he tosses it to you. Roll on deck for catching it.
Ah! Hold on, let me see what my dex is. It's not great. Good enough.
Yeah, you kind of like fumble it for a second.
I'll fumble a bit.
Then you catch it. And then you go. You have your bag you're holding and your stuff. And he has your 2 swords and the vial of your blood.
I
I'm
want
sure
to
that
ask.
won't come back to bite me in the ass later.
Yeah.
I want to ask this guy if he has a magical rings or anything like that that I can wear to boast strength, constitution, intelligence, etc., etc.
Yeah. He says, we don't have anything like that here at my booth, but I certainly know a booth where you could find such a thing.
For a price.
For a price.
Sure, I'll give you 1 magical item from my magical item bag.
He says, can I accept after the appraisal?
Install.
No, you reach in, you grab one, you get what you get.
He says, I accept.
Everything's guaranteed to be something. All right, so I pull a little bag out of my bag.
Wait, because you said he got to reach in.
I know.
Okay.
It's.
He
I've
gets
got
a
the.
reusable magic condom.
Okay, so let me find how many I've got left here.
16.
I've got like I think it's either 16 or 17.
You had 17. You gave one to the
Okay,
brush.
so it's 16.
Yeah.
So I pull out a little pouch out of my bag
Yeah.
and I say, "Here you go, buddy."
So he looks at the pouch and he goes, appraise.
No. This is not my bottomless pouch. Oh, he's appraising the whole.
Yeah, the whole bag.
This is just a pouch with shit in it. It's not my bottomless one.
He's appraising the bag with crap in it.
Okay.
And he's like setting it. And he's like, okay. And he reaches in. And
I shake it up as he reaches it.
he's digging around and he's just feeling around. And as he's pulling out, he pulls out a small square object. It just looks like a cube. And he says, yes, this will do nicely. And he says,
Where are you giving him a tesseract?
I gave him a vial of my blood, so I can't say shit.
yeah.
They'll damned us all.
I wanted my bag! What women will do for a purse, right?
Right? So, where is it? He looks over at the orc beside me. Says,
Yo.
"Hey Jasper, this guy's looking for some rings."
Fucking dick.
I love it here.
And Jasper the orc's like, he's like, "Hey, so you want some rings, do you?" He says,
Yeah, man, what you got?
He says, "Well, I got just the thing for you know, frail man like yourself." He says, "I got this ring here. Boost your constitution." He says, "Boost it by 7 points. Not the modifier, but like just your constitution."
Yeah, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Holy crap!
How much?
He says, "Well, for a fine connoisseur of goods such as yourself, 50 gold."
50 gold. How about 25 gold and you can do the same thing as your buddy over here and grab a magical item?
He says, "I ain't take no stock in trades like this asshole over here. Cold hard cash is all that I speak."
Alright, how about 50 gold and yeah, right, that's fine. Fuck it,
says-
I don't care.
"All right then." And he pulls out a ring, and it looks like it's made of granite, with sort of like little sparklies in it. And he says, "Here you go." And it's slightly too large for any of your fingers.
I'm not buying a ring that ain't fitting though.
He says, "Oh, I could size it for you." For
No,
price."
no. It comes from the same price, asshole, or I'll walk away.
He says, "Oh,
You don't buy tailored clothes. Come on now.
He says, "Oh, I see how it is. All right, all right. You've been a good sport, so."
Been
he
a
says,
good sport.
He says, "Choose the finger."
I show him my middle finger.
He says, "All right," and he slips it on, and he pulls his arms around it, and he sort of chants something in a foreign language, and it sort of like shrinks to fit like just comfortably on your finger.
Okay.
He says, "But you'll come to me next time you have a need, right?"
Sure, yeah, man.
Fantastic. So any sort of like dismisses you on your way.
Cool.
Wild Heart. Roll 2d6 on your constitution.
He got to wait a while this time because he rolled that high last time. Oh no.
Yeah, so you're just like hanging out in the hallways or whatever, and you go right in your pants. Yeah, your pants are now filled with just wet, like slimy feces.
Ugh.
God. That's brutal.
That's pretty gross, man.
What do you want to do about it?
Made my stomach hurt a little bit.
I'm just gonna own it.
You notice people definitely are like keeping a distance from you for sure. And now we're gonna cut to several hours later while you've been stewing in it. Yeah. So has anyone gone in the time that you've been here to watch any of the fights?
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's some really good fights. There seem to be a lot of talented warriors here fighting all different races and stuff like that. And they're pretty brutal. They don't have any limitations on death. You only seen one person die, but it can happen. Most people tap out or whatever before that happens. And those terms have to be agreed upon at the beginning. It seems like there is, different flags. So when you see like the red flag, it's a game to the death. Yeah, the day carries on. You do manage to spot. You can see the royal box with the royal family in it, the Duke and his family, and from the description you've been given, you can see what you think is Imogen. She's a dwarf, but like I said, by dwarf standards go, she's quite attractive. She's got a sort of a slimmer waist, but she's got nice assets. And long flowing blonde hair, and she's quite the striking beauty. But the evening draws close, and they announce the final battle, and a lot of people are rushing to the stands for the final battle. It seems like people are pretty excited about whoever it is they've called out. So a lot of people are running to make bets. They're running to watch the show. And a lot of the stadium that isn't the seating area is sort of being drained, and you can see her get up and walk out of the royalty box with the 2 guards, and that's probably where we're going to stop for tonight. So, and we'll pick up with the actual kidnapping, I guess, next time.
Sweet.
Yep. Wildheart, roll 2d6 for me. Cool. Yeah, I mean, you don't go in your pants again, so. Yep.
And while I was in there, I totally took a shit.
Yeah, good. Yeah. The insulting staff marvels at the size.
Yeah, me too.
It's gonna.
So,
What do we roll on? Is it just flat?
2D shits.
yeah, Constitution.
Constitution? Let's see if I succeed.
This is where we've arrived. Everyone's just rolling for taking a dump. Yep.
Yeah, I took a perfect dump.
Yeah.
That dump was mystifying.
Melody, you were plagued with the endless swipe. You were in there for a while, but you did
I finally emerged.
You did finally get it clean. It just took a whole swath of cloth.
Cloth swath.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And so yeah, we'll pick up next week. Thanks to all of our viewers for watching. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
As we've basically done a whole session about poop.
Well, I mean, there was a bag of holding,
You're right,
and
there was. We'll see you all guys next week.